Hey, you. Have you been frustrated with your GLP-1 journey, or are you thinking about finding out what are some of the frustrations that GLP-1 users actually experience? Well, this is the video for you. I'm going to share with you some of the frustrations that I've experienced through my journey, but also the pivoting ideas and recommendations that have been given to me so that I can shift my mindset from frustration to understanding where my body is at. So let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Isha Anavaz. Welcome to my channel, Momentarily Speaking. And if you've returned, thank you so much. As I've mentioned in the past, I started in May of this year at 199.5, and I am at 184.8 today. One of the frustrations that I've had with this medication is being a slow responder. And so when I talk to other GLP-1 users, they actually say, 14 pounds since May, that's actually good. But I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of the videos out there that I watched were talking about 20-pound loss in 2 months, or there's a couple of people that have lost like close to 40 pounds in 5 months and so forth. And I was expecting my journey to be like that because first of all, I am very busy all the time. When I eat, it's like I'm either eating really fast or it's the time to eat and that's it. I don't have time. I travel and I don't have time to um, think about food often. So a lot of my weight gain is due to perimenopause and hormonal changes in my body, and I am aware of that. But I had to find out, through testing that that's where I am. I don't overeat on the daily, but if I'm tired and there's nothing to eat, I've had to practice to go and make that protein shake or have a protein shake available or make a chili pot with vegetables and ground beef, on a Sunday and divide it and put it in the freezer for 3 days so that I can heat that up and eat that as my meal. Um, because there are times that I'm just too tired to make food, so I will grab whatever's in front of me. And so with this medication, I've actually learned that it is important to have protein available at all times. So the frustrations that I've had is that I feel like I'm doing everything right. I do, at the very least 10,000 steps a day. If I don't do 10,000, it's between 7,000 to 10,000. If I'm traveling, more than likely I'm in New York. So I'll do, close to 12,500 steps in New York, and then come back. And I'm back at 10,000 today. Let's see where I'm at. 11,122. And I show that just to say I'm not just gibbering and telling you crap. Like this is my life. My life is I don't have time to just sit and eat. But what I've realized is that on the GLP-1 medication, yes, you do have sometimes where you have no hunger, but having protein available to you is important because when you are hungry, you need to eat protein. And so, being that I've been very disciplined with that, it's very frustrating to see that I've been on this medication for 4 months. And excuse me if I'm being a baby or rude, but I feel like 14 pounds is very slow. And but I also, I do strength training 2 to 3 times a week. I wish I could do it 3 times a week. There are weeks that I do 3 times a week, and like this week I've only done two, and I'm going to be doing it again tomorrow. And I am gonna make a video of my strength training so you can see what I do, and it's only 30 minutes. I walk every day. That's just something that I do. I don't like the gym. I did buy my own weights in Amazon, and I have 10-pound weights. 8 pounds and 5 pounds, and that's what I currently have. I started with doing 3 pounds with the different exercises, and now I can do, both 10 pounds on both arms. And I'm proud of that, and that's been because of the GLP-1 journey. What I jot down through the time that I was studying other GLP-1 users who have YouTube channels, I realized that a lot of them were saying, they were just taking the medication and they were giving like, um, their weekly weigh in, and as well as, when they take the medication and what kind of food they eat. But I also saw in the ones that have lost, like, let's say, 100 pounds, then after they lose 100 pounds, then they start doing weightlifting or strength training. And I thought, for me, my ADHD brain, I'm like, well, if I start doing that while I'm on the medication, I think it'll be good for me. I personally I'm top heavy, and my fat always goes in my midsection and in my back, and I'm aware of that. But my butt and my legs are very fit. I've always had strong legs. And so I focus on that. I'm like, I may not have the body that I want or the weight that I want right now, but I have strong legs. And that's why I decided I love walking. I don't like running. I It's not beneficial for me. I don't like it. I've also had back in 2018, I had a back surgery. I've had scoliosis since I was 12 years old, and I had to have rods put in on the side of my spine. And so that was a really major surgery that really took a toll on me. There's been a lot of changes that my body has gone through, and I really, really can tell you that I am very thankful for my body. I may not be 120 pounds, but I don't want to be 120 pounds. I want to be 140 pounds with muscle and with strength. I want to be 70 years old and be able to walk, the streets, the little villages in Italy or Spain without having, knee issues. That's really my goal. And I started this GLP-1 medication because I was at 199 and I couldn't believe it. Like, I was just, this is not for me. So as a slow responder, I felt like gypped a little bit. And so I've had to rewire my brain and create new neural pathways, if you will, to understand, why is this happening to me? Well, first of all, I'm in perimenopause. And the one thing that I can encourage you to do, the number one thing, is get a body composition scale. I'll link it in below, but I have a body composition scale, Renfo, and that's what I use. I got it at Amazon, and it really breaks down, and it's the screenshot that I put on my videos on my weight. It really breaks down your weight and what's happening in your body as a whole composition. But I'm starting to hear from other GLP-1 users that they've been doing DEXA scan. I've never done it. I'm really interested in doing it. And if I do, I will, you know, document the journey on that, because I'm really interested in that. But really, for me, I want to know that I'm not losing muscle. I'm on GLP-1 and I don't drink alcohol. And another thing that I've done, other than getting the body composition scale and not drinking alcohol, I really make it a point to rest when I need to rest. Like, I think sometimes we get so busy with just the daily life that sometimes we forget that we deserve 30 minutes of our time. And that can be 30 minutes of napping. And now we have phones that allow you to put a timer on, and take 30 minutes to do a breathing session, or take 30 minutes to walk, or take 30 minutes to read a book. Take 30 minutes for you to be able to use the 3 different parts of your brain, okay, so that you can have longevity. And I think that that's what the GLP-1 journey has allowed me to understand, is that yes, the GLP-1 medication is great for stopping that hunger and that food noise. Like, everybody talks about the food noise, that little voice that's telling you, you need to eat, you need to eat. That's important. But for me, in the long run, I want to get to, I want to lose the 45 pounds or so and get to the 140, right? Um, and when I get to 140 and I am in the period of maintaining, I want to be able to walk every day. I want to be able to do my strength training, and I want to be able to have my mindset shifted. I don't want to just use the medication for losing weight, but more for this medication will allow me to shift my mind into who I'm going to be in the future. I'm not there yet, and you may not be there yet. And I want to encourage you not to give up. The medication is proven to work by itself, but do you really want to wait? This is me asking myself, and I encourage you to ask yourself as well. Do you want to get to the point of losing 50 pounds and now you're going to, be strength training or doing your walks or eating right? Like, I think it would be beneficial for me to start doing that now. So that's the mind shift that I had to make. Like, yes, I'm a slow responder, but hey, I'm doing these other things that are creating muscle in my body that are allowing me to be more specific about what I'm eating, what I'm putting in. And one more thing that I've been frustrated about is food noise. I was naive and I thought that being on the GLP-1 medication, I was not going to be hungry. I've been on this medication now for 19 weeks. I don't eat as much, but the food noise for me comes back like the third and fourth day. Most of the times it's the fourth day after the shot, and I'm already ready with my packages of food, just making sure that I have enough protein. But my doctor said to me that food noise is a sign of you need to up your protein. Being on the GLP medication doesn't mean that you're not going to be hungry. It just means you're not going to be as hungry as you were before, but you will have the food noise. And when that food noise comes, up your protein and just be aware of the foods that make you feel good and the foods that don't make you feel good. So yeah, those are the frustrations that I've experienced, and I'd love to know what you're experiencing, and comment below, and let's see if we can start a community of people that can just help each other out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.